Podcast. Hello and welcome to the Burger Preservation Podcast. The spice must roll.
That is exactly
dipping all your condiments in wax to preserve them for all eternity.
So we're doing the condiments as well now?
Yes. What do you think the red wax
pickles.
for? Ketchup.
Oh no, I was thinking ketchup.
Yeah. Like, oh, that would be very strange.
Here's the question: is the entire squeeze bottle getting dipped, so it's like doesn't work anymore?
Oh no! It's the thing that gets into the burger.
So you pull these like wax strings. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Paul has no idea.
I'm into this.
Bouillon, however you pronounce your name.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is legally distinct from Star Wars music.
It is legally distinct space adventure music.
Yeah.
We've been using it since before the DMCA bots.
We were prepared.
Yeah.
We were prepared.
I have not had a single DMCA strike on my channel because I was paranoid 2 years ago about this. So I have been prepared for this.
When YouTube started,
we own a license to use every piece of music.
Yes,
for the most part, that is on this.
Anything
podcast.
we don't have a license for, it has been offered to us for free without a license, aka like Utho Riley. So
thanks, Utho. Your music is great. We love you.
Have you heard? Have you heard?
I haven't heard the new one yet.
Have you? No. But have you seen the trailer for the Hearst and Hurt Locker?
I have. Yes.
Oh my god.
That is his.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
If it's a Star Citizen fan project of some kind, Utho Riley made the music for it.
Yeah.
He in there.
That is true.
Which is why he should be making the trailers for like trailer music. Just CIG hire him to do all your trailer music.
Yeah, just buy his music, man.
Yeah,
just do it.
Just hire him. Pay him to do it. He'll do it.
Yeah,
and he'll do it quick. Anyways, before we get started,
yes,
Jake, I do want to say one thing.
Okay.
Next week, this will be live, and it's going to be extra long because it's the finale. We'll be dual streaming it to here, and to the YouTube. So
let's be fair. It could end very quickly.
Yes,
depending on how well the rolls go.
Yes. This could be not the penultimate, but the final episode.
This might be the final episode. Who knows?
And Paul, do you want to ninja it up for the final episode?
What do you mean?
Like the thing Myra and I use.
Yes, we'll use that. Yeah, Ninja. Yeah, we'll probably use that one as well. But it'll be live. So if you're watching this on YouTube,
live now also.
Yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, like tomorrow from when we're live, come next week. We'll be live on the normal time of live, and I'm going to try to do that from now on rather than just trying to do like uploads because it's just faster.
Yep.
So
EPK
automation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hello everybody. In case you don't know what this is the this you're not letting them reach the end. No, I probably won't. This is the Wretched Hive, which is a Star Wars tabletop RPG podcast, and where we follow the adventures of 4 scallywags on the edge of the galaxy. Although that being said, you guys are on your way to the mid-rim, so there's that.
Still the edge, which is on the edge of the outer rim.
That's true. That's true. different edge this time. So that all being said, thank you all for joining us.
If you just look at Paul's character, he's always on edge.
It's true. It's very true. Thank you all for joining us for this whole series. This is the second to last episode of our show today. And and it's starting to get a little spicy. I am Jake, Twitch is Jake Acapella. If you want to follow me, I'm streaming again. It's weird.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Jake Acapella. I am the game master of this show because I had to put my Star Wars knowledge to use somehow, and here we are. Yeah, you can follow me there. You can also follow Relay, twitch.tv/RelaySC, where we have a bunch of podcasts, talk shows, things like that, around Star Citizen, around video games, and around space. We didn't cover the SpaceX launch today because it was early.
Also, it was a textbook one, so nothing.
Yeah,
really.
nothing fancy.
The camera on the drone ship drooped because of the
Oops.
vibrations. That's it.
Yeah, nothing exciting.
Sadly,
no.
happily and sadly,
Yes.
launching rockets and recovering them has become old hat.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But it's also dangerous because it means that
Yes.
they're getting comfortable.
Yeah.
It already happened once, and then it went boom, and now they're back to having like a clean record for the past 30 launches or something.
I really don't understand the problem. Like we've been like doing some weird stuff to our spaceship, and like we've never had a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just start ramping it. They like ramp them into space. Like
Ramp them.
Welcome to the Spice Mistral, the SpaceX podcast.
Sea of Thieves, Burger Preservation, and SpaceX podcast.
Yes.
We're a diverse crew.
My point was follow me /Relay on Twitch. I now will be having a schedule which is going to be wait, I actually don't remember. Friday through Tuesday.
Okay.
It is Friday through Tuesday, very likely at 6 p.m. Central Time, except on Saturdays, which I'm going to be streaming very, 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 very late for all you people it'll basically be morning for the EU, extremely late at night for the US, and in the middle of the day for Shiver in Japan. Yeah, come hang out. We're mostly streaming World of Warcraft right now because the patch came out and we're leveling a bunch of characters. But I also play Apex and other stuff. So yeah. We were gonna stream Star Citizen yesterday, but Paul's computer ate itself.
Again?
Yeah. So I am the game master. My rule is law. I am the council.
That joke. We've made that joke every single episode. Let's not make that joke anymore.
No, but it's literally underneath my face.
I know, but I mean, like the rest of the joke. The rest of the joke. You know, I do not. I do not. You may be the council, but do not grant you the rank of punster. There we go. That's.
Okay. There it is. we got it.
It happened anyway.
After 9 weeks, we got it. That's 11 weeks now, actually. Joining us as the cast of characters are these fine lads, and I will have them introduce both themselves and their boys. So, first of all, Paulus, if you want to also introduce this show broadly, as well as everything else you do. And
thank you, Jake. I do want to thank Jake as well, because Jake and I have known each other for a long time, and he was one who came to me, or he came to me, he said he wanted to do a Star Wars. He wanted to do a Star War. And I said, do you want to do a Star War on the Spice Mist roll? And he was like, yeah. So that's how this
then I didn't have to do near as much work.
Yeah.
I still have to do work, but
yeah,
I don't also have to produce the show.
And I don't have to do any work except for character and production, which means I don't have to do 4 things at once. So it's a lot easier for me.
Only 2 things.
2 things instead of 4. But for those guys who are unusual, if this is your first time here, my name is Paul. This is the Astrobot. This is my channel. TSMR is a series that I run every Saturday. It's a varying levels of tabletop. So every season we do a rotating game. The first season we ever did was The Expanse, the official Expanse RPG. Then we moved on to Star Trek Adventures. And then we did season 2 of The Expanse last time, and then this is our 3rd kind of series, 4th season. And then in November we start the fifth season, which is with this guy down here, Atomic Zero, playing in it. It's a mech inspired. If you like big stompy robots and animu and all those things combined. Yeah,
You need beam sabers.
there are beam sabers.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, it's not a mech story without at least one of those mechs having a big plasma sword of some kind.
Legally distinct saber from Gundam.
Yes.
I'm serious. Like it's already in. We're using the Stars Without Number system, which is a fairly flexible system.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. We're gonna be doing that. But I also stream as well. I'll probably try to tie Jacus here into some more co-op streams with me on Fridays. But on Thursdays we do between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Thursdays and Fridays and Monday I stream at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then on the weekends we start at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and I do this on Saturdays. We also, after this, usually we do the Captain's Table, which is a podcast about Star Citizen. I am not doing it this week because, as the aforementioned, Hurston Hurtlocker is this week, and I want to give as much attention to that community event because it's awesome.
Yep.
So after watching this, go watch the Hurston Hurtlocker. We'll, in fact, raid the Hurston Hurtlocker.
Yeah.
And then
Garu.
the Garu. I play Garu Core. Garu Core is he's an ex-Republic scout who totally did nothing wrong. The Empire's not looking for him for anything. And he's currently on the edge of the Empire to kind of make a living doing what he can. He's also the best pilot in the Rim. And I have footage to prove it. What do you mean lightweight?
Yeah, it missed.
Yeah.
We're not dead yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doldak.
Hello, my name is Dolthak. I'm an internet person. I just kind of show up on other people's live streams from time to time. I am playing Clack Beatbox. He's a sweet, sweet Rhodian boy. He has no idea what's going on, and he is kind of the general source of most of the mayhem in our Scallywag crew. If there is some sort of vehicle ramping off another surface, it's probably at my suggestion. So we're going to see if we can make more of that happen here, even though we are in space.
Also, if there's genocide happening.
Oh yeah, also the side of that. Yeah, I like how that. Like, we're just gonna go in with almost zero comeuppance for my grave misdeeds. It's great.
I would also like to point out that we have almost all of the plans we have done have been Clax's plans, and they've always worked. So
He's the plan man.
Clack's only two skill sets are messing up the current plan and then coming up with the new successful plan.
Yes. Atomic.
I am Atomic Zero. I am a streamer guy over at twitch.tv/Atomic Zero. Still streaming about once a week. I'm trying to do more. Also, one of the leadership team and launching, members of a new TTRPG channel called Shared Experience, twitch.tv/shared_experience. So go check that out. Recently launched last week. Very excited for that as well. And I play Hotshot, or my birth name is Drolius Sizulia. I was once on top of the world with the Crimson Dawn, and then my bastard of an ex-partner, Dryden Voss, stabbed me in the back, and I've been on the run ever since.
Very much so right now, in fact.
Quite frankly, yeah. Almost died 3 times in the past 2 days. Not been a good couple days at all.
Yep. And that is Hotshot. And finally, the K1, the Daryan, the Darjanider.
Thank you for screwing up his name so I don't have to.
I just do it on purpose now.
It has, it has to happen. It is the staple of the show. Hello, I am Darionator, because that is how you pronounce my name. And I am, like Papa Dolbeck, an internet person. I come on these shows. I also have my own show called The Fortnightly Frontier, where we talk about Star Citizen hopefully every fortnight. On twitch.tv/Meyer, but other than that, I make pretty things like the overlay for this podcast and pretty much every show on the Spice Must Roll. And also, as we were talking about the Hurston Hurt Locker, I will be piloting an 890 jump that will be circling the crater where said event will be happening. So if you see an 890 jump crashing into the crater and killing every contestant involved, that'll be my fault.
It was him. Yeah.
So come check it out.
Yeah, go watch it. Again, we'll be rating all those streams after this, so stick around.
It'll be in the Duos finale, by the way. I will not be responsible for any deaths in the Solos finale, which will be first.
So yeah, welcome to the show. Last time on the Wretched Hive, our boys here are on the run, trying to switch hyperspace lanes on their way to Kijimi. And Kijimi offers them the prospect of additional credit funds in order to hide a little bit better from the authorities. They're slightly, they have some money right now, but they're pretty broke, and they definitely need to upgrade their ship, upgrade themselves, upgrade all the things. So yeah.
I'd also like to add that K1 is currently climbing out on the edge of the hull to go pull off the tracker.
Yes.
And we're also hauling a Mandalorian.
Yes.
Who's wielding the Darksaber.
Yes. Who is holding a Darksaber.
Mandalorian nobility wielding the Darksaber. It's been a weird couple of days. It's been a weird couple of days, guys. All right.
Yeah.
This has been especially been like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, but in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
Also, I just would like to point out to people in the chat, because I'm a salty boy. The Darksaber and all the cool Mando stuff that is currently in canon right now is Disney canon. Okay, sorry.
Well, we're not going to get into combination, but I am excited. Too much into this. I'm excited for the Mandalorian coming up, season 2. And if you are excited for the Mandalorian, you owe all of Rebels and all of
yes.
And all of Clone Wars responsible for that. It's the only reason why it's so good, is because they
100%, because like all of those all of those timelines are converging in Mando season 2 right now. So
and all of the bad episodes written in season 1 of the Clone Wars, they actually learned their lessons, and now a lot of those writers, if not all of those writers, are involved in Mandalorian. So that's why it's so good. So
yep.
So.
Yep.
Point.
So yeah. They had left the hyperspace lane in order to switch to another hyperspace lane to travel on through to the mid-rim. But unfortunately for our boys here, they have encountered a blockade, and there is not. So I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. This is 3 Star Destroyers, and you have the equivalent of a Millennium Falcon on slight steroids.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to fight your way out of this. What you do need to do is get in the hyperspace lane right the heck now. So first things first, boys. Let's go ahead and roll our force dice.
Yeah.
Remember to clear your dice afterwards.
Yep, clear those dice.
Come on.
1 dice, right?
Yep.
Which would make it 1 die.
Whatever. I don't want to die. No one wants to die.
One damn day around things.
I hit the roll.
Roll20 is not accepting my rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just being slow.
So like in 10 minutes, it's gonna go. Brink!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be just tons of them.
All right. Do I gotta go get real dice?
Yes.
Maybe.
No.
Yes.
No. Because Paul found something online.
Yeah, didn't
Yes.
he use the virtual one?
I shared it with you guys on
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Oh.
Has it been pinned?
I mean, does Jake trust us enough?
I don't
No.
know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh my God, we all rode to light side.
Yeah, it's. I'll pin it right now.
Okay.
Pin.
We all.
Pinned.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right. Force die.
Force die is the white one with the little
Yeah.
pentagon, right?
Be honest, you scrub lords. Okay.
We will. We will.
I will screenshot it. I have no, prepared this because I didn't even know about it. But here is the fucking screenshot of the 2 light side I just rolled.
Oh.
I have one light side.
Okay.
Side.
God, man.
One dark side.
Okay.
Okay. So 4 light side, 1
Go
dark
ahead.
side.
Yeah, go ahead and sync and we'll
How?
see if it
Roll
works.
20
Before it still isn't clicking through anything.
Hmm.
Pool GM.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I can't even,
Well, it's
I can't even
4-1.
reset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
let,
gonna
me,
play
let me go ahead and close the game. I'm gonna exit the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
I'll hit F5 as well.
And then I'm gonna launch. Too many weird APIs in order to make this all work.
Yeah, it has a lot of API.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah,
It's still not going.
it didn't do anything for me either. It could just be like a server lag or something.
Probably is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we can continue
Well,
for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks. Oh well. Thanks
When-
for roll 20. Why do you
They
have to be
start clicking
bad?
through. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll pop back up. It's roll 20.
Yeah.
It'll pop back up.
We'll see it all like click through in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's like 4 light then?
4 light, 1 dark.
Yep. Okay. So all of you are fairly familiar with the Empire at this point because they've been around a long time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't introduce my character.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
it's It's
K1A4, a KX security robot. And I'm all messed up in the head because somebody on this ship that's not part of this crew was responsible for my capture and reprogramming, but not the actual subsequent carnage that resulted from that. But, that's
Mhm.
blood off my hands.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got mantis blades.
Yes.
The important part.
Mantis blades aren't canon, but that's okay.
Mm.
They're canon now. They're canon now, Jake.
They're canon now. This podcast is canon.
I've already said, Dave Filoni can all we ask is if you could take this idea for free. All we ask is that Papa Dolvac is the voice of Clack Beatbox when
Yes.
when they inevitably make.
I don't want to be.
animated
I
version of this.
don't want to be the voice. I think I
Who
would
doesn't
not
wanna
do
be it?
service.
You just need to be a creative consultant on the project.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got and also over the comms of let's see if this works.
Hello, am I a robot?
Yes.
Okay, that's not the one I wanted. I just turned on the thing. Okay. So over your comms, like bullying its way into your communication system, was a. I'm pretty sure they said identify yourself.
Mhm.
Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I wrote down, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so they the Imperial Star Destroyer that is closest to you is hailing, and by hailing I mean blasting through every speaker on the ship, saying unidentified YT Corellian freighter, please identify yourself.
Hey, all went through now.
It's starting to go through now.
Starting, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I hit a lot more than that.
Well, I hit. That's the last thing I hit was cool, and that hit
Yeah.
through. So
My
Just
my
test it.
reset button worked as well. So yeah, who wants? Are you going to reply?
Real quick, just so we know where everyone is. Hotshot's kind of in like cargo bay still. I'm sitting in the cockpit with Garu, and Darj is on the surface of the ship, right?
Yes,
I don't
correct.
think I actually exited. We came out.
No, you're
and
in
we
the
got
airlock.
killed. Yeah, I'm in kind of in the airlock. I'm in the
Well,
cargo
no,
bay,
'cause-
but that has
it's already been depressurized. You said you were
it's
going to
been
immediately
depressurized,
walk.
but yeah.
You said you were going to immediately walk out on the hull when we got out of
Yep.
hyperspace. We literally just dropped out of hyperspace when this was
Yeah.
went.
Okay, cool.
I have a plan. I'm going to say this over Cubs. I got a plan. We still have that command rod that we used before, right?
yes.
Remember we had the command rod that was the like imperial codes that might.
Mhm.
I look over. I look over at I look over at Clack Beatbox, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Clack, could you send them the codes here?
I got it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
And
And
tell-
I
tell-
snatch it out of your hand.
And wait. Tell them that we're on a secret mission or something. I don't know. Just make up some numbers.
All right.
He's going to say 4.
I'm gonna start just hit a combination of buttons just into this thing and just bring up a comms.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this
Yeah,
is
they're waiting for your response. Yeah.
all right. Hey, this is actually I'm sorry, it's a secret. Is that right?
What?
I'm sorry, it's someone just told me to give you these codes and that it's a secret. So here you go. Transmit.
Hey, you know what? That actually might work. That does kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask
All
a
right.
lot of questions. We're on the.
I'm the intern on the secret mission. That's in Clack's headcanon right now.
Yeah.
Roll deception.
What do I roll to get out?
Yeah, because while this is going on, we're basically just stalling for.
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
You forgot to reset, but you got a triumph. God damn it! No, that's Garu.
No,
What?
that's Scar. That's an.
Oh, sorry.
So that was an old roll.
Sorry, I have to restart roll 20. Hold on.
Oh,
Hey, went through.
did it?
Yeah.
That's a 3 advantage.
Oh, there it is.
Success and
Oh.
3 advantages.
God. Okay.
Got him.
Yes.
Got him.
All right.
That wasn't even the charm roll I thought it was going to be. That was I've done much better at.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Transmission received. Thank you for identifying. Stand by.
You stand by.
The comm closes for now.
Hit the button on the wall and the door goes up.
Okay.
It goes-
So
yeah.
so K1, you're making your way outside here. I'm actually going to give you a very slight athletics check because you are exiting hyperspace. So there's a little bit of inertia because the cargo bay has been depressurized and you can't magnetize to the hull quite yet. So I just want to check your stability here. This will just determine some timing on a few
Okay.
things.
I pressed it.
No.
Did.
We, as we've determined, it's like a couple of seconds delay, is what it is.
Okay.
No, mine actually came up instantly.
Because you said you had to restart it, and then the second
Here,
you said
let me-
restarted, it came back.
I'm gonna try to roll it for you, which I have the power to do.
Mm-hmm.
The power.
Boink.
Nope.
Nope. All right. Go ahead and roll
2 green.
roll 2 greens, and I'm gonna roll 2 purples on the other thing.
I got 2 blanks.
Oh no.
All right, yeah, I rolled 1 failure and 2 threats. So
Ooh.
You're just
Okay.
bouncing off the walls rapidly.
no,
No,
so
it went through, but
It
it
went
was
through.
nothing.
It was nothing.
The original
Okay,
was nothing.
I'm gonna count that first one actually. So I'll make it less less
Okay, so
disastrous for you.
So it's 0 successes but 2 threats.
Well, no threats.
No, I'm gonna count the roll
Oh right,
of
okay.
nothing.
Oh right, yeah. Okay.
So the inertia of the ship coming to a very sudden lower speed than that, because you basically you opened the hatch a little bit too early,
Mm-hmm.
and it flings you outside, but you what I was going to do was throw you into open space, but instead you actually managed to grab hold of the lip of the ramp as it's coming down, and like fling yourself to like the bottom of the hull of the ship.
Top, though. Yeah.
Or yeah, so actually yes, I'm gonna do that. So you are supposed to be on the top of the hull, but if you had to catch yourself, so you are now on the bottom of the ship.
So I have to spend like an action to get into position.
Yes. And what was I doing besides that?
I know we're
that's
about to start this episode with Darge getting ejected from the ship.
Yeah. It almost happened.
Because I've been doing too well on those damn computer mechanics checks, and
Yeah, you need some face
can't
time.
afford to have me on board anymore.
You need some time out.
Wait, no, Darj. Okay, this is actually what happens.
Oh,
You
God.
don't grab the lip of the cargo bay.
I shove my hand through the lip of the cargo bay and break it.
No, you use okay, so you haven't seen the preview of Cyberpunk, but there's a part of it that isn't in the game anymore because they took it out. But they literally take their mantis blades and stab the wall
Start climbing.
in order to like climb.
Oh.
So
Alright.
I'm gonna say you, right as you are, and you jam it into the ramp, and in order to anchor yourself to the ship. Yeah. So he's just sitting there like dangling from the bottom of the ship.
And that's with one success.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
everyone knows after you use all your action points, you actually ragdoll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your turn again.
Oh. So yeah. So Hotshot, what are you doing right now?
In the cargo bay, helping him? I basically was the one that undid the ramp, right? Cause
Yeah,
like,
you
right,
lowered
there's a
the ramp
cargo.
for him.
Yeah. So, but is there like there's not a viewing port or anything back there, right? It's just a closed
No,
door, isn't
bulkheads are shut. Yeah.
it? Yeah. Just like, I guess I'll. Would I have to be here in order for him to activate the airlock and then get back in? Basically, close the door, activate the
No.
airlock, and get back. So I will just go back to.
Well,
my
and it
little...
doesn't matter for him, basically.
That's
'Cause,
true.
Yeah.
Well, I
it
just
doesn't
meant
have to be
like, could he close
pressurized.
before we hit hyperspace? Could he close the ramp and lock himself in from
Yes.
within there? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just go back to my hidey hole in the turret.
Okay.
I think I was in the upper turret the last time, so I'll just go back up into the upper turret.
As you walk to the turret, you're actually stopped in one of the passageways by Bo-Katan, who is also on this ship, for those who didn't know. And she
Played by Sadie
stops
Kathloff.
you. What?
Played by Katie Sackloff.
Yes. In both live action and animation. It's
yeah.
so cool. Okay. So she stops you in the hallway and says, stand by. Hotshot, right? That's your name? Or what you go by? Okay.
Your microphone's completely gone.
Yeah, your microphone is goofing.
I think what's happening with this microphone is that when you first initially speak, it's not picking it up, but then it's picking it up afterwards.
Yeah,
So
it might be something with Discord with the
Attenuation.
the cutoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, continue.
So, I know where you're from.
Do the puppy dog look like I guess tilt my head? Like, where are you going with this?
I know who's chasing us right now. And they want this. They don't necessarily want you. They want this.
Definitely do. I've done some shit they don't like, and they would probably like both of it. Honestly, yeah.
Sure, but this is definitely the priority. And for all intents and purposes, they also know that I'm on the ship right now. So I have a proposition for you.
And I'm actually going to move on from Hotshot right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave some intrigue right there.
Mhm.
Okay. So while this is all going on, actually, Garu, please roll vigilance for me.
vigilance. I will roll it, and then in 14 hours, it will show up. Oh, no. 3 failures and an advantage.
Oh boy. Okay. So what you don't see on your sensors, because you're a little bit preoccupied with the
Giant Doritos, yes.
the Empire, yeah, is all of the Crimson Dawn ships who are left arrive out of hyperspace, and the yacht that presumably Dryden Voss is currently piloting is like right on top of you, almost like within about 100 meters, to give you an idea. This ship is large. If people in the chat have not seen Solo: A Star Wars Story, it's this massive vertical, like skyscraper looking ship. And it's probably at least 10 to 12 stories tall. And it's massive. It's massive. And so it completely dwarfs this Millennium Falcon style ship that our boys are piloting here. And immediately you hear you hear fighters kind of low pass around you. And Garu, they actually come into view in front of the cockpit immediately, and you see them bank, and go out of view again. So basically, they come over you like this, and then they bank away. What do you do?
I'm going to start queuing up the hyperdrive so that, because we could probably survive a couple of shots from them even standing still, and they probably wouldn't do we're already talking with the Empire, so I'm hoping that they're smart enough not to try to open fire on us while we're talking with the Empire, because they also just shot down a bunch of Imperial starfighters by accident and went into an engagement with an Imperial frigate. So I don't think 3 Star Destroyers is probably a good idea for them to tackle with, so I'm just going to kind of message the Star Destroyers while I'm trying to queue up the hyperdrive, if that's possible. Like,
You're gonna communicate with them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna explain to them. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna open up a channel while I'm like doing astrogation, just being like, Imperial Star Destroyers. These are not friendly units. They're behind us. We do not. They've already tangled with an Imperial patrol vessel that we passed, and they've been chasing us through hyperspace.
Stand by. Still verifying credentials.
Well, you won't be able to verify any credentials if we're blown into a billion pieces.
Please stand by.
All right. But I'm also going to roll the
Yes.
the astrogation.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll astrogation. Again, how astrogation works, at least how I usually do it, is the roll starts off very difficult, and with each subsequent failure, it gets easier. So,
With that being said, I'm also going to use a light side die.
Okay. Go ahead and add that boost. Boost.
I said use light side, but it doesn't change yet, but that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just add your boost.
Yep. Rolling.
There's the light side.
2 successes and a threat. I needed that boost though.
Okay. So you have calculated hyperspace. So you're ready to go. The only thing left is K1's task here. So to make sure that the Crimson Dawn themselves cannot track you.
I've got one more thing. I've got one more thing to add flavor. Just
okay.
Hold on. Go over the comms and I go, K1, what are you doing, you lazy clanker? We're ready to go here. I thought it was just a quick trip off the hull.
Hang on.
Can I just say also, Paul, that is a beautiful roll. This is a 4 difficulty astrogation roll. And you just slaughtered it. I got to say.
And he had 2 options to do a triumph, and neither of them came through.
Yeah, didn't get either of them, but still, two successes. That's excellent. Okay, so I think at this point, the comm opens up again for Clack, actually, because he's the one who submitted the credentials. And the man aboard the Star Destroyer says,
Thank you for verifying, sir. Is there anything we can do to assist?
You guys got like a takeout menu?
I hit Clack and I go, Clack, just tell him to get the damn Crimson Dawn ships off us.
Yeah, some of these big red ships are I something about not liking them. I don't know. If you don't have a takeout menu, I guess could you just help us here, because these big Clack is just stammering at this point. He's not communicative. All competency has been completely lost.
I will just scream out, take care of the Crimson Dawn, god damn it.
Yeah, if you can take care of the Crimson, I'm just repeating what Gar is saying. Can you take care of the Crimson Dawn? And so like they can hear both of us.
Yes.
Sir, are you being pursued? Is this what you're trying to say?
I'm gonna be some kind of rude. Let me tell you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yes, we're being pursued. I can't believe I let this idiot on the comms.
Very well.
I'm just hot micing all of this.
Deploying Alpha and Titan Squadron on my mark.
See what you did there. I see what you did there. Thick Boy Squadron.
What? Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Thick Boy Squadron.
Star Wars is full of this stuff, man.
Yeah.
I got to put it in my own campaign, okay?
Yeah.
Jake, is there question?
Dash.
Oh,
Question.
there he goes. Yes.
Of like the extremely esoteric Star Wars lore,
Yeah.
is there any form of like actual like short like intergalactic radio format? There was some shit that they meant like in some of the games. I think like KOTOR, there were things where like literally there was like a music player built into cockpits.
Oh yeah.
Like,
He's asking,
is that localized? Or is that
like
like streaming from like an intergalactic radio type thing?
Oh.
So I'm not sure.
He's asking if
I
there's
mean, it depends
space
on what
Spotify.
system you're in.
Okay. I'm just
space.
generally curious, like how that worked. I'm not.
Yeah, it's a universal communications protocol.
Okay.
I think back in KOTOR days they actually didn't have it yet.
Okay, so that was just a docked iPod Nano. Got it.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% on that. Plus, the KOTOR is not canon anymore, so.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Never mind.
Yeah. So it is like a universal like communications protocol that everybody uses, and it's basically like walkie-talkies, and you just tap into a frequency.
Okay.
And you need to know what the frequency is in order to broadcast on it. But it works much like in Star Trek, where they like if they're hailing somebody, it's just a huge like frequency wide blast.
Yeah.
And they'll respond on a specific frequency, but if you're hailing, you have all frequencies open, and then you can lock into whatever their frequency they're using in order to communicate with them.
Understood.
Yeah.
I'm good.
It's
now that
canon
I'm
to
back-
me too, QPan, and they haven't said explicitly that it isn't yet, but yeah. So as he closes the comms, you see little glints of metal reflecting off of a distant star as two squadrons of TIE fighters, four ties each, using interceptors, so the big scary pointy boys, start to fly in your direction. So good job, everybody. You have avoided a combat encounter.
For now.
This is for now. The problem is that you guys have to essentially hold position while K1 does his thing.
Yes.
And
hope
also,
he doesn't get shot off the hull.
We're just
hope
doing
he
this.
doesn't get shot off the
Just
hull.
doing this in a Star Wars Squadron map. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Yes,
it's
exactly.
happening around us right now.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you want a good visual of this, just think of the scene in Star Wars Episode 1, where Padme and crew are trying to outrun the Trade Federation blockade, and the hyperdrive is busted, so they send out a bunch of astromechs onto the hull to fix it. That's essentially what's
everyone
happening.
but R2, yeah.
Yeah, all of them but R2 get just utterly blasted off the hull. And they make very sad sounds as they disintegrate. Yeah. So let's see, where am I at here? So that was Clack. Okay, so K1, I'm gonna have you, since you're kind of dangling off the ship, I'm gonna have you roll athletics again.
You want to use a light side die?
Since I'm bad at this, I'm going to use a light side die, yeah.
Yes.
There we go. All right.
I clicked
Go
it.
ahead and
Yep.
add that boost. Someday roll
Someday.
20.
It was fast with me.
We're gonna have to mail your rolls. It's
Yeah.
probably faster than this.
Tabletop RPG by mail.
Yeah. I wonder if people did that.
I wouldn't be
Like
surprised.
back in the 80s.
Do it by classifieds, where the DM is just like posting classified ads.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah.
People
And then you mail in your rolls.
Right,
No,
what
you
is-
do actually. You just mail the DM some dice in the mail, and whatever it comes out of the envelope in, that's your roll.
Okay, tell me what to roll. I got 2 greens, 1 blue, and for you,
Roll 2 purple.
2 purple. 3 successes, 2 threats.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So once again, K1, being as cool and robot-y as he is, he kind of like, you see him like he's like dangling for a second, and then it's like he gets his bearings, and suddenly he's just like set, and he's like ready to go. But he's still just holding on, and I think you just use the momentum of maybe Garu like turning the ship or something to and then you retract your mantis blade, like flinging you around the ship as he turns it, and then you land on your feet and engage your mag boots. Yeah. However,
I like the idea that he wears boots specifically.
well, like they're built into his feet.
No, I like the idea that he just has Uggs on.
I'll have you know, they're womp rat skin cowboy boots with heels and.
I'm into this. No, I'm into the style. Okay,
Womp rat skin.
They are audacious, but I'm into it.
Would it be more appropriate for it to be the thing that Clack is currently wearing, like made out of that fur?
Yes,
Wampa fur. Yeah.
You just have two like Wampa. Like,
Oh yeah,
giant paws.
People in the audience, I want to just be very clear to all of you that Clack Beatbox right now is wearing just the skin of a Wampa ice monster.
Yeah.
So
he was contacting. He was talking. Well, I guess it was over radio. It wasn't.
It was an audio transmission, thankfully.
It is a video transition. Oh my god.
Listen. Deep cover Imperial agents are just weird. Okay, like
yes, it's true. It's true.
Also, I have decided that it is Wampa feet fuzzy slippers.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I mean, look at Thrawn. What a weirdo. So K1, that is going to be your action for this round here. Let's go back to Hotshot, who is currently conversing with a very important Mando. And she says,
I've got a plan. And I don't know if you're going to like it, but if you do it, I've already radioed ahead to Kijimi, and they're going to pay you double what I was going to give you.
Yeah, like.
Oh, we lost you. There you go. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm trying to keep a straight face, but she could probably see like one eyebrow go. Eek.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you have in mind?"
She extends her hand with the dark saber in front of it. And she says,
I want you to take this.
What with exactly?
Say that again, sorry.
And do what with exactly?
I want you to give it to a contact on Kijimi. I can't tell you their name. I can tell you where to meet them, which I've already transmitted into your ship's computer. So you have that data. All you have to do is deliver it, safe and sound. That's it. And from there, that person will have a job for you.
What are you going to be doing since I'm the one delivering it?
You guys have escape pods, right?
We do.
I
think we have one, don't we?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we have at
one.
least an airlock.
just one.
Yeah.
How big is this escape pod? Is this
It's coffin sized.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to bail out, and I'm probably going to get captured, but it'll stall long enough to where you can safely deliver this into the right hands. Because this is too dangerous to get in the hands of Death Watch.
You did too.
And even more dangerous to be in the hands of the Empire. So I'm going to need you to drop this off.
Would I have heard, either over radio or comm or anything, about Garu sicking the Empire on the Crimson Dawn following us?
Yes.
Well, as much as I love this offer, and I love the whole double pay thing, so maybe keep that on the table. But frankly, I think we're good for now if the Empire's taking care of them.
Here's the thing, though. They have people on Kijimi as well, but they'll only be looking for you because they don't like you. They won't be looking for you because you have the dark saber. So you can easily smuggle that to the right person, and they'll capture me. Plus, if they're going after me, that's going to give you more time to get out.
I frankly don't care. So if you're comfortable with it, I'm more than happy to transport this for you.
Great.
And then we're gonna move over to. Well, did a roll just go through?
Yeah, athletics.
Yes. His athletics check just went through.
And also, that was the wrong dice for some reason. But
right, because it would four purples.
yeah, it was only supposed to be 2. That's fine.
So it would have been a 0 roll.
That's fine. It's fine. You're fine. We did the real roll. Okay. So Hotshot, go ahead and put the dark saber in your inventory. I don't have stats for it.
I'm just gonna put it
quite
for
yet.
now. I'm just gonna put it in for other.
But I'm going to tell
gear.
you right now, I'm just going to make you use melee, and if you get a success, it's going to kill whatever you swing that thing at. So, yeah.
By any chance for melee, because I know there's like a lightsaber toggle down for melee.
There is.
Would it have to be brawn, or could I use any one of the other? Could I use cunning? Could I use agility? I don't know how it works.
I have to look into it, but you're not going to be in a hand-to-hand position in
Most likely not, no.
So,
but just curious. Just in case.
Yeah. Probably remind me before next episode, because that's probably when you guys will be on foot again. Okay, so now we've done that. All right, so as all this is happening, the ties approach, and they're now within striking distance, and the fighting breaks out. The fighters engage the Empire. For some reason, the Crimson Dawn decides that they can fight this. What you actually hear right now is there's a lot of comms chatter. Between the Crimson Dawn, you hear the Empire talking to each other quite a bit. There's weird, like, your scanners are saying that there's tons of interference happening right now just because of like a large quantity of comm chatter that you're unsure of why that's happening. But real quick, Garu, please roll space piloting for me.
Yeah. To try to not die and get out of the shots.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. I got this. This is fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay.
I hit
Yeah,
it.
roll20 is not doing anything for me right now. So you have to go outside.
All right.
Hold on. One more try. Nothing. Okay. So I'm going to try to go to the rolling thing. Yay.
3 purples.
3 purples. Okay.
3 purples.
Roll. Hey, it went through.
Oh my god.
We'll take the first one.
Let's stick with that one.
Oh my god.
The last one or the first one?
The what? The last.
latest-
you know what? I'm giving this one to you.
Okay. Hold on.
Garu
Here it comes.
Okay.
The music's playing.
Yeah. All right. So Garu, there's a bunch of laser fire going on. The Crimson Dawn is targeting your ship. You can tell that they are gunning for your engines specifically. They do not want to blow you up. They want to disable your ship. They're being very meticulous. But at the same time, they're also trying to evade the Imperial pilots, who are not really that concerned with your well-being. So they're low passing over your ship. The shots are really close. What do you want to do here? Now remember, you also are in control of the forward lasers, and I'll give you and some missiles. So I'll give you those options in your brain. But what would you like to do right now, visually?
Okay. So let me paint the picture.
Yeah.
With that roll, what I'm going to be doing is they're going to come in, and I'm just going to be like they're coming in and they're being sloppy because they're kind of focused on each other. So what it looks like is like they're coming in and like the ship is spinning as it's going around. So it's like literally like spin, like passing by, and I'm just guessing the spin based off of their movements, trying to keep everyone outside of it. And then when the opportunity arises, I'm just going to do the handbrake maneuver kind of thing, where I just turn the engines off, flip, fire, and then keep turning around like the.
Okay.
Yeah.
K1. Go on the dice roller and roll in athletics, which is 2 green for you, I think. With 1 difficulty, just 1.
K1's trying not to vomit some circuits out of his face.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Awesome. So,
you
so
know how
this-
in Futurama, in that episode when they were delivering the souffle, and they were,
he was gyro stabilizing.
yeah, and with the view just on him perfectly. Yeah, that's me doing. That's me right
so, all right. K1, I have an idea for this. If you would allow me. Okay. So I think Garu signals that he's about to make a maneuver to you in some way. And I think while he's rolling the ship, you get the idea to turn off your mag boots. And you carry your momentum with the ship while it rotates in front of you. You re-engage your mag boots as the other side of the ship approaches, landing yourself immediately in front of the transmitter that's attached to the hull. Because Garu perfectly slung you around the ship. So we get this shot of K1 just hovering in deep space with a ship next to him just spinning, and like the Interstellar soundtrack is playing while the camera swings around him as all these explosions are going off, but the camera's focused and like panning around that scene while K1 lands on the other side of the ship.
Yeah.
It is incredible, is basically what I'm saying. It is, and you land immediately where you're supposed to be.
If I had the rights to it, that was the music. As I said, I told Jake before the show, what the music that's playing right now is, for those of you who played, it's not playing right now, but for those who have played Star Wars, Republic Commando,
yes,
the combat drum music you heard at the very beginning, which is called it's called Da Huerta
Verda.
The Huerta Verda, which is also known as the Mandalorian attack song. I think that's what's playing. It's appropriate with the Mandalorian on board. So
yes, and it's just like an artful display. Like it's just beautiful. And yeah, so you're gonna land squarely on the ship there, K1, and I want what is your plan of attack on this transmitter here?
Ideally, Yeah, ideally,
You're gonna slice that sucker right off.
I want to slice it at the attachment point so it flies off
Okay.
towards the Star Destroyers.
Okay.
So hopefully, after like a couple of minutes of flying, without losing inertia, because this is space, it would just go and attach itself to a Star Destroyer.
So I'm going to tap into your mechanics knowledge because I'm assuming that you want it to be functional.
Yes.
Okay. So you need to know exactly where to cut it without disabling it. So I'm going to have you roll mechanics, and this is 2 difficulty, so 2 purples on your roll.
So that's 1 yellow, 2 green, and 2 purple.
Roll 20, it might be working.
4 advantages.
Oh wow!
All right, I'm turning that into a single success, which is enough here. So,
That would have been best case scenario.
Please give me like a good like single swipe sound there. K1, just one good one. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there.
They even had a pumpkin there.
Yeah. So in one
pumpkin. No, because that's the other button.
So can I just say this is all happening within like 10 seconds.
Yes.
Like this is some Star Wars action-packed scene right here. K1 leaps off of the hull of the ship. The ship rotates and he lands on the other side of it. And as he lands in one clean motion, he slices off this transmitter in one beautiful motion. This all happens in like seconds. And
Did you just say 4?
and I think at the same time, because the ship is still rotating when you land, as you cut it, it kind of like flings it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And it does fly all the way. You see it only for a few seconds because it's small, and this is deep space we're talking about. But you see it just go into the distance through the gunfire towards a Star Destroyer's hull. And that's the last you see of that transmitter. Meanwhile, before we all leave here, Bo-Katan approaches Hotshot once again. She puts her hand on his shoulder and says,
"Listen, I know we got you caught up in a lot of stuff. Just take they won't be looking for you. They're really just looking for me. They just don't like you. So find some backwater, get a good job, and settle down. That's my advice to you. You don't want to be in any of this."
Tell me twice. I've been trying to get the fuck out of this thing for a very long time.
Yeah. Just stay away from the Empire. For the love of God, stay away from Dryden Voss.
I'll tell you what. I'll keep an extra seat waiting for you if you ever want to get out of that armor.
Gross.
and she walks away. Actually, no, I'm taking that back. Roll charm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I'm taking that back. I'm gonna make you roll.
Did you just pull a Garu? Did Hot
Light
Justice
side.
pull a Garu? Yes.
Oh my god! No,
it's the light side.
I'm
Yes.
using a dark side.
Nope.
I'm adding
I claimed
the
it first.
setback die to this.
Claimed it.
You can do both. You can do both. Just do both. Just for this.
It's not going to be good.
All right.
I don't think roll 20 is rolling. So what do you want me to put in the roller?
All right.
I have 2 green.
Okay, 2 green, 1 blue, 1 black, and 3 purple.
Oh my god.
This is going to go so horribly wrong. And go. Did it? I said go. Oh, well, roll 20 seems to be working now. Oh, hold on. I need to take a screenshot of this.
How bad is it?
It's 2 success, 2 threats on my dice roller.
All right. So in that case, I think she slaps you, but then as she walks away, she turns around and smiles. And then she steps into the escape pod, and all you hear is like kind of a quick klaxon, just letting you know something is being deployed. Just a wham, 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 and that's it. And then the ship kind of shakes. Just
So be like, oh yeah, by the way, Mandalorian chick took the escape pod.
What?
Yep.
The escape pod?
Our money just went out the airlock. Is that what you're trying to say?
But like, are the comms like? Is that something that I could like a microphone that I could grab and like put somewhere? So, like,
yeah, it's a comm link.
because in response to that, I just want to take out the darksaber and whoa, just like open it next to the mic.
The dark saber is more like a.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that next to the mic. And be like,
I feel like I feel like there'd be a feedback like that. So it's not just like
Yeah.
it's like it's like
devil boys. We just have to
Yeah.
deliver it.
Yeah. So go ahead, Paul. Go ahead and push that button. I'm actually going to have you do one last space flight roll because you have to fly through the combat. You have to aim yourself through the combat, and this is going to determine if you take any damage as you fly through hyperspace.
got it. All right.
This should be fine.
I have to go back in, right?
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot. All right. So before you do that, K1, please go ahead and roll one last athletics check.
One
Use
last.
the light
what?
side. Use the force. God, please.
All right. So if you do that, and I'm actually forcing the update here, I am now in possession of 4 dark side points. Just want to keep you on your toes there.
How, so what's the threat?
So you have 1 light side left. Do you want to use it?
No.
Okay.
Fine.
This is 2 difficulties. So 2 and 2.
Watch us fucking lose Darge here.
Yeah.
2 successes, 3 threats.
Okay. So I'm gonna say the 3 threats. Go ahead. What's your strain at right now, K1?
Strain is at 6, so I have 6 left.
All right. Go ahead and take 3.
So I'm done. So we start at 0, right?
Yeah. So
And
you're
now
at,
I'm at 9.
no, you start at it's a health bar. So
Oh, it's health bar.
you
Okay, I'm
start at
down at-
max.
So
So now you're down to
it doesn't
3.
matter. It was like halfway anyway. So yeah.
So yeah, you're down to 3, whatever that is.
Okay.
So you do another. You attempt to do another graceful flip, and you land where the ramp is again. But I'm gonna say your foot gets caught on the hole that you made with your mantis blades, and as you land, it like twists your whole foot like in a way that your hinges were not supposed to move. So it puts a ton of strain on your systems, and they're trying to compensate, and it's a bad time.
He twisted his ankle.
Pretty much.
But because of your successes, all at the same time, you actually hit the manual release of the ramp, and it folds back into the ship. Woo! Paul, go ahead and roll. That was my favorite scene from a couple weeks ago. It was just like
Go. We can go.
we can go, we can go, we can go, we can.
Yeah.
I
I was running, so
hold on. So this is the scene, I guess. It's like we see him flip. He trips. He goes, "Whoopunk," and then he says,
We can go.
This is very good.
It's Sai.
Yeah. All right. So,
Roll it now.
yeah. Well, here, just do it on the dice roller because it's being dumb.
Okay, so
go
what's
ahead and roll.
difficulty?
Difficulty is 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay. 1 purple, 1 red. It should be okay. 1 purple, 1 red, because I've got 2 greens and 2 yellows.
Ooh.
2 successes and an advantage.
Cool. Gone. The entire battle scene starts to. It's almost like it freezes in place. Like there's all this carnage and blast and stuff, and then it like stops and then starts to melt backwards as you fly into the hyperspace lane. So good job, everybody! You did it.
High fives.
Now, while you're in hyperspace, as you hurtle towards Kijimi, first of all, and this is going to be just for the last session, but I just want you guys to make a note of it now because I'm going to forget. Everybody take 50 XP.
Woo! Ooh. Just add that to So just add it to your available. XP.
Yeah. And we'll level up on the next show, or we can do it in the off time here.
We're gonna have a long show next time, so is what it's going to be.
And I am going to I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna leave a small cliffhanger for the chat here.
Okay.
As you start to approach Kijimi, a strange. Hold on. Hang on, I need to actually post this. Hold on. I thought I had this image somewhere. There it is. Okay. View image. Okay, I'm posting this in the chat. There we go. And I'm going to say that this word, well, I'm going to, for those listening on audio, you will know exactly what this symbol is if you are familiar with Star Wars lore. So basically, this symbol appears as a hologram. Well, actually, I'm just going to say it's in front of Garu and Clack in the cockpit. It's the hologram projector that's between them. In the Crayfang's cockpit. And it appears over there, and all the comm that comes through is extremely distorted. But you hear it, and it's basically like, "Come in, Jimmy. This will direct you to land in just." And we'll be right back, folks.
No, the setting in Discord.
All these spam callers.
Attenuation settings.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back. I had a nice little pee. Thanks for asking.
What was nice about it? Can you give us a breakdown?
The volume, the flow, the temperature, or
Yes.
the color?
Yes, all of the above.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. It's very good. Welcome back, everybody. Let's pick up right where we left off there, boys. So you guys got a radio transmission that you only heard very small pieces of. That transmission now comes through and says,
Fulcrum standing by. Please transmit coordinates received.
Can we tell if it's directed at us, or if it's a wide spectrum?
it is directed at your ship.
Guys look right at Garu and just say, "Hey, I think we should ignore this."
I almost agree with you, but our boss, the person who was paying us money, just decided to pop out of our ship in an escape pod and left us with a very valuable Jedi relic.
Exactly. Which maybe we should be reconsidering all of our options here.
Did we have how long was the jump? Did we have time during that jump?
Yeah, there's about.
I would have filled them in on the plan she told me about, like
Okay.
delivering the dark saber. We get double the money. They're gonna give us a job. All that stuff.
Right.
Yes,
And,
and if you recall, the coordinates of which this person is likely referring to are the ones that were given to you by Bo-Katan before she left.
also, while we're traveling in hyperspace, I'm gonna walk up to the people that are probably gathered in the main room, not in the cockpit, and I will make it very obvious that my right leg isn't making the correct sort of noises as I'm walking. So it goes. And then I'm gonna sit down and say,
I need what would be a droid equivalent of a very strong drink.
and then I'm
What
just
is-
gonna lay.
What is
sit
that,
back.
K1?
Oil.
What is the droid equivalent of a very strong drink?
I don't know. Do we have a cattle prod on board?
K1's into
Alright.
some freaky shit, man.
Okay, so Garu, Clack, everybody, you guys are aware of Bo-Katan's plan here. Also, there was a comment somewhere. I don't think it was on this episode, but it was somewhere before, that why I refer to Bo-Katan by her full name. Bo-Katan is her first name, like Obi-Wan.
Mhm.
Her last name is Kreese. So, yeah. Bo-Katan is like Obi-Wan.
Do we need to have the jizz conversation again to explain why Star Wars is a weird universe with
Star
weird
Wars
stuff?
is weird. Okay.
Or Bo-Katan and Obi-Wan of the same sort of peoples? Because their names sound
Well,
very similar.
No.
They're both from the mid-rim, but that's it.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Star Wars is pretty vanilla science fiction. George Lucas is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like Bo-Katan was not a George Lucas invention. It was an invention by the writers of
It's a Dave Filoni invention.
So-
Also known as the real George Lucas.
the new George Lucas. Yeah.
George Lucas 2, the sequel.
Yeah.
The George Lucas who got some help.
So this transmission is basically awaiting your input, which you have something that could be construed as coordinates received, which is what they said.
I'm going to respond back with, Fulcrum, could you repeat those coordinates one more time?
Well, no, the you have the coordinates. They're asking for the same coordinates.
Oh, does it match up with the coordinates that we were given?
No, that she's trying to verify that you are the ship.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to verify if she gave us.
I said the word she. I didn't mean to.
I'm trying to verify my personal thing is like she's just sending us random coordinates and trying to verify.
So what she isn't sending you anything.
Right.
What they're doing is they're asking for the data that Bo-Katan gave you, and that's at least what you are understanding here.
Okay.
Because you are approaching Kijimi, so you're about to exit hyperspace shortly. But yeah,
I think I know what I'm gonna do. My hand on Black Beatbox's furry shoulder. It's a little warm. It's a little moist.
It's a little wet.
Yeah, it's a little wet. I don't know why.
Don't worry about it.
That chili is still on the ground from when he dropped of his shit chili. No one's cleaned it up yet.
Chili's kind of everywhere, actually, from the playing.
Wait, I don't even think it was chili. We just used
orange.
the
It
office
wasn't
chili as an
It
analogy.
wasn't chili.
It was like womp rat, like stew
Womp
or
rat,
something.
stew, yeah.
Yeah, womp rat chowder or something.
It's still just plastered on the
Shower.
wall behind him.
Yeah, it's on the ceiling above. It's coating the entire cockpit.
Starting
So
to
I
smell
The
bad.
entire cockpit, yeah.
Oh no, Jake! It started out smelling.
And
It's starting to smell
especially,
worse.
Yeah,
especially the little fuzzy carpet that the pilot has to rest his feet, you know.
Yes.
Square.
I've taken that out and ripped
Why
it
the heck
off.
put shag carpet in the cockpit, man? Gross.
It's even worse. It's not shag carpet. It's Wookiee fur carpet.
Oh no!
He's a
That's
Trandoshan.
just sad.
You
He's
just
a
base
Trandoshan.
it, Yeah.
You know?
Base it out the
True.
airlock.
True.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's a Wookiee Markin, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, does a Wookiee have like a normal penis or one of those lollipops like a dog?
Oh God,
It
let's
has
not get into
been
this
established.
conversation.
Let's move on.
That's not canon?
Oh, I don't want to know. Don't want to know. But I was trying to paint the scene as this utter disaster of a person beside me, with the disaster of the cockpit. So when I'm looking at him with a very familiar, contented look of a friend looking at another one, like, and I'm going to put it and I go, Clack, my friend, I think we don't have any options. We already have too many enemies. It'd be nice to have a friend for at least a little bit.
How do we know that they're a friend? What are we? Name one thing we're getting out of this.
Money.
A lot of money.
Money.
Returning an artifact to its people.
I don't know about this. This seems sketchy.
Oh, of course it's sketchy. We're stealing a stolen artifact and we're giving it to somebody we just
I don't
met.
know about this. Clack's not feeling. Clack isn't like hard stopping this plan, but
Yeah.
he is just like every time someone mentions it, he's like, I don't know.
He has got a bad feeling about this. Is that what you're trying to say? Are you not saying those words?
I'm
not saying the voodoo words.
I am feeling like I am Scooby Doo and Shaggy. I am about to make me a Dagwood sandwich. Like Clack is spooked by this change of events.
Okay. Do you respond?
No,
I respond.
He just makes it clear that he's not into it.
I respond to the transmission with the coordinates that.
Okay.
Coordinates confirmed. Thanks very much. I'm sending you the landing pad that you should land on in order to not draw attention to yourself. As you approach, make sure you cut your engines a little early, so that way they don't know when you land. Use momentum to fly you in. I'm sure you can do it. See ya.
So my reputation precedes me. I see.
Clack is supposed to look at Garu and say, "The man told us to turn the ship's engines off while we're flying it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, man, my name is Clack Beatbox. I'm an upstanding individual. This is some kind of tomfoolery, and that I feel like we shouldn't get involved in. Like, this is like something dangerous and abnormal that is definitely out of the ordinary for us.
We have a Jedi lightsaber. We've been chased by the Crimson Dawn, who we then just got involved in a dogfight with Imperial TIE fighters. We nuked. We blew up an entire palace owned by a Hutt. That was after we turned his entire robot force against him to shoot him. Then we ramped over a bunch of stormtroopers, smashing more robots and escaping. You infected an entire city with Rakghoul, and then we had a member of the Mandalorian nobility on ship, and it's been 3 days.
Look, man, you're just talking a lot of nonsense, and I'm not following this. So, can you give me like the spark notes of this whole situation or something? Because you were just talking there.
I'm gonna slap Clack to let you speak.
By my calculations, the longer we are in possession of this,
and I'm gonna go really obviously and sarcastically finger quotes,
dark saber. The lower our chances of survival will become.
Whoa.
Listen to the clanker. He's got the CPU for it. All right. My point is, Clack, what is normal for us?
I'm just saying that I think that, like, the kebab potential of the Darksaber is pretty good. Like, it cooks the meat, it gets it all crusty, it slices it really thin. We could open up, like, we could convert this thing into kind of like a food chip. We could, go to like large empire construction projects and just kind of park out front and, hand out Womfrat kebabs. There's a plan here, man. There's other options.
K1, K1, can you redo your last command towards Clack?
What?
What?
And
Slap.
I think right as he slaps Clack a second, Clack, go ahead and take one wound. Just single wound.
I've been waiting to do this so long.
And as the slap happens, I go back and I start the approach.
Yeah. So I think as in the movie, right, of the Wretched Hive, right when the slap happens, it's a hard cut to the ship exiting hyperspace. And you all see Kijimi in view here. I'm posting a link to a picture of this planet.
Jake, funnier editing would be. Otamik says, would you mind repeating the last command? And then it cuts to us exiting hyperspace. Cuts back into Clack with the bloody nose.
Yeah.
Bloody snoot.
Snoot.
Yeah, he's got his snoot. Yeah. So
the fist, because that gives you cushion, like it's like a shock absorber.
It just folds in,
or just
it's all cartilage. So, so you guys see
it compresses.
Yes. So you guys see Kijimi in view of your ship. Kijimi is a very cold planet. It is not a frozen planet. It is a cold planet. So it's very blue and white, and it's got snow. It's very mountainous, and all the water on the planet is frozen, but it's not like a hellscape like Hoth is, if that makes sense.
So something like the first episode of Mandalorian, where he got that one dude.
Yes, much like that. But mountains and not flat like that. And well, I mean, you guys have seen Kijimi. It's in Rise of Skywalker. It's that whole middle of the movie planet.
Yeah.
It's
with Babu.
Yes.
It's heavily populated. There's a ton of cities built into the mountains. They're not in great shape. There hasn't been a whole lot of economic prosperity for Kijimi in a long time. So because of that, there's not really a whole lot of interest in it. By like the Empire. So the Empire, this is one of those worlds where the Empire showed up, stripped it clean, and bounced. And there's just not a whole lot left.
So a breeding ground for legitimate business.
Yes, exactly. So this planet is much like Tatooine, where like the criminals are the real power, but it's not like obvious. Like there's still a mild presence of authority that still technically exists, but it's a sham. It's like the police in Gotham, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're there, sure, but they're like they have no real authority at the end of the day. It's very wet on Kijimi. Like it's always like constantly like freezing rain all the time. All of the buildings are typically covered in just like it looks like it just rained
Oh
all
right,
the
so
time.
it's not frozen wet, it's just cold wet.
It's just cold, yeah. And think like Seattle during the wet season, in like March, April, when it's actually still pretty cold outside. Like in Fahrenheit, it would be like between high 30s and high 40s, I would say.
So like
Whatever that
5-7
is
degrees
in-
Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so it's cold. Wear a jacket, and you probably don't want to be outside for too long.
Well,
Now,
who has the perfect protection for this weather but Clack Beatbox?
it's true. It's true.
Who doesn't need protection from that sort of weather?
Although he did strip down into just his underwear, and so he's only so like you see
I'm like really cuddled up in this thing.
yeah.
You can basically just see a Wampa just like shivering and walking around.
You know those in like literally all media, they have like those flamboyant, slightly evil, rich guys who like wear these obnoxious fur coats, but with nothing underneath it.
Yes.
That's kind of the presence that Clack is.
Attempting to.
Yeah, like if
mimic, but
people were
failing.
to see him, they would assume that immediately. But you guys obviously know Clack Beatbox very well and are not
very well.
Yeah, well enough to know that he is not this man. Also be aware, Asnog is 100% correct. I was actually about to say this. Droid joints can freeze just as easily as humans.
Not in
can be
above freezing
affected.
temperatures, though.
Yes. True, but it depends. So at night you probably shouldn't be outside.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, depending on what sort of lubrication I can get my hands on. So if it's something that survives in like harsh temperatures, it could be fine.
So basically, try not to be outside for extended periods, especially at night, because as organics, you can suffer from exposure. As a droid, your joints will start to freeze and your circuits will start to stop functioning.
Clack is wearing be too small for K1, or would it be about the right size?
It's too large for everyone.
It's too big for Clack.
Even for him.
Yeah. Oh, Wampas are huge, dude. They're like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They're like
no, I said
feet tall.
If K1 was wearing it.
If K1 was wearing it, it would probably be slightly too big.
Okay, just thinking.
Because K1's probably like 7 feet tall, I would say.
Okay.
So
whatever that is in metric, but
I'm gonna.
How many Womp Rats?
Micro T meters.
It's like 160 meters.
No.
I'm 5'10" and I'm 178.
Okay, so
2.1 meters.
So basketball player.
Yeah.
Like a tall basketball player.
Yeah.
Like one of the taller ones.
Yeah, big man. Yeah, we were talking about this. Yeah, big man.
How tall is Shaq?
Is taller.
Yeah, he's taller.
Just barely. He is 7'1".
Oh, okay.
So Shaq is a big dude.
Disney let Shaq play a Wampa in new Star Wars.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
That would be amazing.
Instead of Shazam, it's another Star Wars ripoff.
Yeah.
Shafreeze.
All right. So as you guys approach, I think you get hailed by Kijimi's ATC, and do you respond to them?
Are they like? Is it like a constant hailing? I'm not initially hailing them.
Yeah, you just have like a flashing light on your console that is signifying you're being hailed by ATC.
We were told not to communicate with anybody. So so no.
Okay. And
that's when if I can feel like I can coast in, then that's when I turn the ship off.
Okay.
second they start hailing me, like, nope.
I'm going to have you roll,
We're going through a tunnel.
and I'm trying to figure out what you should roll. My first thought is deception.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to go with deception because this will determine if your timing of cutting the engines and aiming the ship is good enough.
Okay. I will definitely spend a light side point on this one.
Okay, so so you guys are out of light side as of right now. So go ahead and roll on the again, people in the audience, very sorry, our roll 20 is not working. Blame roll 20. It's roll 20 that is not working. Go ahead and roll deception, whatever your skill is. Add a boost die.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be 3 difficulty. So 3 purples.
Purple. Okay. All right, so I've got 3 greens, 3 purples, and 1 boost die.
Yes.
Okay. 7 successes and 1 threat.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Sam?
No, I'm sorry.
Serious?
I'm sorry. It's
Holy.
impossible. It's actually only 5 successes, and 2 threat. No, wait.
Paul,
I
it
accidentally
tells
had
you
to.
below. It tells you below.
No,
It tells you the
I know.
breakdown.
I accidentally left 2 yellow dice in from the last one. I had to throw those off, which was a success, 2 successes and an advantage. So it would be so
5
dropping
successes.
5 successes and 2 threat. Still 5 successes.
Still pretty good, yeah.
Jeez. Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna tick Kijimi. I'm using the. By the way, I am using a jank version in my notes here of the clock system from the like Bleeds in the Dark systems.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's awesome. Anyway,
The clock system from Dungeon World,
or no,
ripoffs.
from not Bleeds in the Dark. What am I saying? From
Dungeon World. It's the
from the Sprawl. Sorry,
the Sprawl. Yeah, which is powered by the Apocalypse system.
Yeah, the Sprawl has the clocks. Dungeon World does not.
Okay.
But yeah. So basically, what clocks is, it's heat basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I whenever they roll threats for any reason, I just mark a tick on the clock based on that. So in case anybody is wondering how I decide what happens, that's how I do it. So yeah. So this is going to be pretty cool. And the only other thing I'm going to make you roll here, Paul, is a planetary piloting. Because I'm still going to give you thruster control, maneuvering thrusters. But your main engines are turned off. You are literally using momentum and gravity to fly this ship into position. And you need to be going slow enough in order to slide as far as you can. And actually, let me paint the picture of the landing bays here. So so this particular set of coordinates is out in the middle of nowhere. It is hidden inside a mountain range, far from any particular cities or anything else like that. You do see a kind of like a pipe. It looks like a big pipe, like a huge, massive, like building diameter pipe. And actually, I'm going to say that you guys recognize this because it's on other planets. It is it's actually a service tunnel. So it's meant for walking or driving long distances in order to avoid being exposed to the cold. So it's leading away from the facility, and you can kind of tell that it's going towards a couple of the cities. So that's how those areas are connected. The the area that you're landing in, it actually you see like a couple small, and it's generous to call them buildings. Think like actually, thank you, Star Citizen. Think like most of the generic landing pads that are in the middle of freaking nowhere on like Daymar or something. So there's these tiny buildings that are around a bunch of landing pads, essentially.
So something similar to like the outposts in Mass Effect that you would see, or
yes.
Yeah.
And so you see that the pads aren't super well maintained, as there's actually a ton of ice around them. But you can tell that the pads are heated enough to where you'll definitely have more friction on the metal pads than you would on the ice. So Garu, as per your instructions, what you need to do is fire your thrusters in such a way where you slow down enough, but not completely, in order to use the momentum of your trajectory to slide on the ice onto one of these pads, because you need to basically maintain power silence, essentially, as you fly into the atmosphere. Garu's got this. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
You act like I've not done this before. It's like, oh, it's
true.
It's just like Imperial Republic flight programs 72 for dash Alpha Bravo. Simple.
Perfect.
Everyone knows how to use that.
Played.
So go ahead and roll planetary piloting. Your difficulty is going to be 3 purple, and a red.
Okay, that's not too bad, because my planetary piloting. Okay.
I'm going to use a dark side point.
Okay.
So add a black to that.
Okay. I still have
excitement in this episode.
Two yellows, and 2 greens. So.
All right.
Here goes nothing. This is where we crash and die, guys.
You can actually use roll 20 because it's been.
Yeah, it's working now. So
we died.
Give it a shot.
No, I can't believe it.
Screenshot it.
I'm gonna screenshot it and show you guys, and then I'll let you guys see this.
He's gonna hit a bump.
We're not dead. We're not dead. I'll just tell you that.
2 triumphs.
I'll be the judge, but yes.
He's gonna hit a bump while hot shots in the back of the Darksaber is going like, hey, wom, wom.
There goes his head.
Goes into the engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 success and 1 threat.
Oh my god.
You guys can't see this.
What?
Can you post that in the chat?
I'm going to.
So we have a blank, a success, a purple blank, a purple threat, a purple blank.
Just in case, I'm reposting this to.
Oh, you can, yeah, because
Imgur. Hold on.
No, you can do this. Yeah, I'll do this.
Okay. Well, here, there's an image link.
What even is that roll?
Look at this. It's beautiful.
It's a success. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a success. It's technically a success.
Correct. The best kind of correct.
Yeah.
This is messed up, man. This is messed up.
Oh my god. All right.
What is with these rolls, my man? It's
Hold
great.
On, I'm gonna move this away.
It's incredible, but like, what is that?
I'm gonna move this away. Best pilot in the fucking galaxy.
Garu is blessed.
We lose an engine.
All right. So, it's kind of insane, actually. So, so the landing gear comes down, and you see all of the maneuvering thrusters kind of shift forward, and they're pushing as hard as they possibly can. And you skim on, like, the ship comes down and skims on the ice, and you're kind of like bouncing on it because you're actually very accurate with this. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you feel it like when you're on a flight and the pilot doesn't get the landing exactly right, so you can kind of feel the tires touch a couple times. Except there's no tires here. The landing gear is flat, and it's like it's a flat piece of metal.
Yeah.
And so they're like skids basically. So you're sliding, and then you finally catch, and the whole ship just and shakes everybody to the ground. Everybody take a single strain, just one. This is where the threats come in.
Just dumb
Everyone takes a
question. Would we had enough time to recover all strain over the course of this journey?
No.
No.
Okay, because I was still at 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I was at a couple loss. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, and I'm at I think you and I are both at 11 or now at 10.
Yep.
I'm at 10.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down to 3 from 11, so yeah, fuck you guys.
So now
I
you're
was
down to 2.
outside while
Yeah,
he
now
was
you're down to
flying.
2. Because this is not a pleasant landing. And then so you start sliding on the ice, and then all of a sudden you get to the you feel it hit the landing pad, and just the worst screeching metal on metal sound as your ship kind of catches. So you all lurch forward because the friction's a little bit greater, and then the ship kind of does one of these like a
Can I it does that, but it does it on the direct center of the landing pad. There's like the absolute direct
okay,
center.
yes.
Like a glove.
Yeah.
You know what? Nope, I'm not gonna give that to you. I'm gonna
Damn.
say that you're at kind of a 30-degree angle. It's
Okay.
not perfect. It's not perfect. No. You only got a single success. So I'm gonna say that means you're alive and the ship landed in one piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we come to a stop, I'll go, damn, 30 degrees off.
Oh, he knew
And
the whole time.
Oh yeah, he can tell. Yeah, to a degree.
Yeah. He's like, he looks out the window and goes, 30 degrees off. Damn it. Should have known better.
Atomic posted a GIF in the chat that is very accurate. I'm gonna post that in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you land, the fulcrum hologram appears in the cockpit once again, and all you hear is,
Wow. I didn't expect you guys to, I don't know, live?
I respond back really, really like offended. Like I'm personally offended by that. And I go, do you know who you're talking to? You're talking to
No, actually I don't.
Well, your intelligence sucks. You're talking to the best goddamn pilot in the galaxy.
and
Part of the ship just falls off. Like,
It says that.
Exactly. The cockpit, so because it's bulging out, like it's just
Yeah. Just a little bit.
or the landing gear collapses and you just hit flat.
Yeah. All of the landing gear collapses at once, so just
nope. Nobody was in the bottom turret, was they? Because then they would go.
it retracts.
So let me introduce myself. You can call me Fulcrum, and I'm going to be your contact from here on out. I've got some jobs for you boys. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last couple days.
Before or after delivering the cargo?
So that's the first job, and thank you very much for bringing that here. Definitely appreciate that.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure, Womp. He's just are you like office
playing
penning
with
this? Are you office penning this where you're just like clicking it on and off?
yeah.
I'm like just like cutting anything in the cargo hold
So-
that's not worthwhile. Just like womp.
So Fulcrum hears this and says,
Could you not, like, wave that around? It's dangerous.
Womp,
We couldn't hear you.
Womp.
Couldn't hear you.
Oh, it's like I put myself on mute on the comm and just womp, womp, womp.
So listen, everybody here. So thank you very much for bringing this. You have no idea how many lives you might have saved by bringing this to us. Just sit tight on this landing pad.
Lives, man. Just us, this crew.
I,
That's what we're here for.
as they say, oh, you saved many lives. My eyes literally roll. Like I'm just like, oh god. Like, are you serious? Kind of reaction.
Clark is like very flattered with himself.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, all I need you guys to do is sit tight for just a few. Hopefully you weren't followed. You weren't followed, right?
I mean, yeah, but no. But yeah,
Okay.
but no.
Big audio shrug, just like.
So
hold on 1 second. K1, what'd you do with that tracking beacon?
Last I saw it was headed towards an Imperial destroyer.
So yeah, we're not followed.
cool. So all I need you all to do is sit tight. I'm actually not here on Kijimi, and you probably won't ever meet me face to face. So my contact is actually going to meet you all here. You'll recognize. I'll say you'll recognize their getup. Let's just say that if they're wearing blue, don't give it to them.
As she says that, as they say that, I'm gonna go. I would give an entire goddamn Imperial Star Destroyer not to see another fucking Mandalorian in my life.
Well, I got bad news for you. You're gonna have to meet at least 2 more.
I was gonna say, he says to our new business contact.
Yeah. Who probably has something to do with the Mandalorians because they want the dark saber. It doesn't matter.
Good news is, though, I'm gonna pay you all in advance. You might want to check your bank accounts.
Yeah.
Yay.
And you receive a transmission, and everybody gets a ton of money here. All of you get 5,000 credits each.
Wow. I'm rolling in it right now.
Yeah, because
Yep.
you got the little extra.
I got
one,
the first
didn't
5. Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Hence the double. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she actually they actually pay all of you that 5K as well. So you guys are filthy, filthy rich, boys.
Could buy so many Womp Rats.
So many. And then they Fulcrum says,
Received great. Perfect. There's a whole lot more where that came from. I assume all of you don't really like the Empire that much.
Not a fan.
Love it. Love that thing. Great Empire. 10 out of 10.
I'm assuming the Rhodian friend you have there is kidding.
Oh shit, we got a Rhodian here?
He's
Our
special.
Rhodian friend recently suffered a head injury.
Gotcha.
He's fine.
So yeah, just sit tight. We're gonna make you boys a ton of money, and at the same time do some good in the galaxy. How's that sound?
I like money.
Sounds like I heard that before.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Can we start with an oil bath?
Don't got one here, sorry.
My pitch when I worked for the old Crimson Dawn.
Do you have a mechanic?
I mean, I can work on myself, I suppose.
Yeah.
yeah, you can. So you guys kind of hang out for a second here. do any of you do anything while you wait? I'm going to say you guys wait for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Are we still in ship, or are we are like?
You're
in
on
ship.
the landing pad. There's nobody in any of the buildings, and it looks like they're like closed down and locked up, almost abandoned. Not abandoned, but hasn't been used in a bit, and clearly like shut down and closed up.
What's the weather like right now? Is it like snowing, raining?
It's like sleet, so it's too warm for snow, but it's cold enough to where the ice is a little bit, or the rain's a little bit frozen.
In that case, while we wait, Clock is going to kind of sit his butt down, kind of take off the skin that is wrapping him, and he has his Womp Rat on a stick with no more Womp Rat, just a stick now. He's got propped up like a little tent. He's kind of hunkering down.
Okay, I was
But
expecting.
you do go outside?
Yes, which has made him colder. So he's taking off the only layer of clothes he has as kind of a top layer,
Okay.
and just sitting under a tent shivering now.
Please update your inventory. Remove Womp Rat on a stick and replace with stick.
Yes.
Uh,
I think I'm going to to take the equivalent of whatever they had for as a vacuum cleaner and clean the cockpit while we wait.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'll try to fix my ankle a bit.
Okay. Okay. In that case,
Oh,
Bye, Darsh. He's going to fix.
he
his
went
ankle.
off to go fix his ankle. There we
Hi,
go.
Darsh.
All right. Darj, go ahead and roll your mechanics against 2 difficulties, so 2 purple.
So that's mechanics. Ooh. There's going to be a lot. 1 yellow, 2 green. Okay.
And 2 purple.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
That was 2 successes, 1 threat.
Awesome. So actually go ahead and reduce your strain by 2, or basically refill your strain by 6.
By 6.
Yes. So now you're at 8.
9. I was at 3.
You lost a strain as
Then
they
the-
landed because you
Oh,
were
okay.
jostled
Okay.
around.
Gotcha.
So you're at
Alright.
8.
8. Okay.
And go ahead and fill. Are you wounded?
No.
Cool. So you have full range of motion on your foot there. It doesn't make any sounds. You get it oiled, nice and greased and
Yeah.
smooth.
Some copper grease on that. Yeah.
Hotshot, you doing anything with your dark saber?
I'm just savoring this before I have to turn it over. So I'm like I said, I'm finding anything that is not useful or worthwhile or valuable, and I'm just cutting it. I'm just like throwing it up in the air, swinging, missing, grabbing it, throwing it up in the
You're
air,
playing
throwing
Fruit
it again.
Ninja with a dark saber?
Yes,
Yes.
basically. I am savoring this as much as I can while I'm sitting there going, I could buy a whole new empire again with the money I could have got for you.
If I'm
You're
hearing,
sabering it?
Ah.
if I'm hearing this while I'm trying to clean up the place, I'm going to shout out. If we're going to go play with that thing, why don't you go see if the buildings are safe? I'm sure Clack is frozen, a frozen Rhodian right now. So
you can see me just kind of like trying to start a fire and not successfully starting it with scraps of things I had in my pockets.
Shit, you idiot! We don't need a fire.
Bits of Womp Rat that are, and like onions that you pulled
Womp Rat
out.
hair, yeah.
Yeah.
And then onion skins, yes.
Okay. So so as you all are waiting around doing your thing, a couple speeder bikes pull up onto the adjacent landing pad. And Yep.
Shit. No, Asm just reminded me that we got some new stuff last episode, right? So I'm just
what kind of
check.
stuff?
Well, in combat, I believe it's a tinkerer, 1 additional hard point. I can't add a hard point to myself, can I?
You probably could.
You could, dude, man. There are no rules. I am God. What do you want to do?
Look at me.
What,
I am the rule
what do you
book
want
now.
to do?
We've been watching a lot of Predator movies on Mars
Uh-huh.
Discord. I want a shoulder cannon.
I think there's
Okay.
a precedent for that in Star Wars. I think
There is?
there is a shoulder cannon in Star Wars.
Yeah,
There
that's
is.
weaponry.
Yep.
He wants to turn himself
okay.
into a Doot demon from Doom.
I feel like Kijimi is a good place. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I feel like Kijimi is a good place to find said shoulder cannon. So we'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay, so 2 speeder bikes roll up on you guys in the on the adjacent landing pad, and they park. You all hear the whine of the speeder bikes. It's very like woo, and they park and land there. Who exits the ship? Do you all leave the ship to greet these people?
I'm gonna stay in
Clark's
the
already
ship.
outside.
Yeah, I'm just kind of out there.
I would go.
Okay.
I would not have the Darksaber out, but I would have it on my person.
Yeah, you're wearing like a duster, right? So, like,
Yeah, I'd have it like tucked onto
you
a
have
belt.
places to hide things on your person.
I'd have it
Okay.
like kind of concealed, but like at arm's reach, and then have my 2 other blasters like at like in a holster.
Okay. So, and Garu said you're staying on the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep the ship warmed up, ready to go, in case we need to,
Okay.
like, emergency get out, because
Cool.
everything has been a trap. So,
Hey, what can I say? I like traps. Okay.
Star Wars.
I mean,
This is Star Wars.
yeah.
Lest ye forget.
Man, there've been a like disturbing lack of garbage disposals in this entire operation here.
Hmm.
Would you be against manning a turret at this point?
It's fine with me. I mean, I'm just as deadly with a blaster as I am with a turret.
My God, am I just gonna be greeting these people alone? Okay.
All right.
No.
Well, I'll
Also walk out.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's. Do you want to go out there with them, K1?
Sure.
Okay.
Even though I don't have a shoulder cannon yet.
You do have mantis blades, though.
I do have mantis.
So salty.
You have a gun, also.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
still
I
have
haven't,
fingers.
which I still haven't modified. So it's like ripped off an arm of one of those droids. So
No. It just needs to be like reprogrammed, basically. It's
not
just a regular pistol. It's just it. Okay, I use Cyberpunk as a reference a lot. Okay, all right. So there's a thing in Cyberpunk where they actually put like a thing in your palm that when you hold a gun, it's like your ID. So it tells the gun that you are this person, therefore are authorized to use said weapon.
or like DNA checks in Dread.
Yeah, but in this case, it's just hard. It has a data port that you need to bypass.
I thought it was like it was physically shaped to fit only that droid.
No, those droids they use normal blasters that have been modified to only be used for them. So that you just have to find a way to bypass that port somehow.
Okay. I can still throw it at somebody then.
You could, yeah.
And use it as intimidation, but okay.
Yeah. Although you do have better melee weapons as well.
True.
So. Okay, cool. So so you guys all get out. The 2 people who step off the speeder bikes are both wearing full unpainted Beskar armor. So so this is like the Mandalorian in the show. He's wearing all of his armor is unpainted. So it's just pure chrome, and it's frankly kind of gorgeous in especially in this lighting. So like it's kind of a muted metallic color. So it's a bit darker than your average Durasteel, and it's pretty cool. you guys are a little bit taken aback on how beautiful they look. I'm just gonna say that.
Are we like? Is the ramp down and we're out, or are we still in the ship?
You're
and we
you're
can see
walking
them from
out,
there?
and they're
Okay.
you're walking down the ramp as you're seeing this, because
Okay.
they parked in front of the ramp, and they're just
Gotcha.
like kind of stepping off their bikes.
Okay. So as soon as I would be able to see them, kind of like within like shouting distance, basically, I would just scream out to them, just identify yourselves.
Hey, we were sent by Fulcrum. We understand you have a package for us.
I'll walk down to the edge of the ramp and just kind of take it out from where I'm stowing it and just kind of like hold it up for visual range, like just to show them it, and like but still a distance between us.
Appreciate you.
And they kind of just approach. They don't like make any moves towards you. They're just approaching.
Yeah.
And one of them's the other one next to like kind of trailing behind, pulls up their wrist communicator and says,
Package received. Stand by.
and you at the same time you see not, and when I say speeder, I'm not talking about a land speeder. I'm talking like the snow speeders from Empire type of speeder. So a specific planetary atmospheric ship of some kind. Cannot leave the atmosphere. But you see two of them just kind of whip by, and you can tell that they're running on low power because you hear their thrusters whining, but they're kind of deftly piloting these ships on wind currents like birds, and it's extremely impressive. But they kind of fly around the mountain pass very quickly, and you hear as they pass, they say, you hear them over her wrist comm. Oh yeah, the second one's a woman. Sorry, and say,
Confirmed. We have eyes.
and they say they all kind of like look at you, and they're not asking for the dark saber. They're just kind of standing there, and it seems like they're waiting. I can't hear you there.
Yeah, Atomic.
I'm just gonna go over like over the comm, not like trying to be. They could see me, but I'm trying not to let them like hear it. Basically, just say, "Be on your toes, boys," and I am going to start walking out towards them with the dark saber in hand.
Okay.
I will slowly approach, kind of like behind Atomic. I'll just kind of approach with him.
I wouldn't be able to like use my magnificent droid eyes and zoom in on the pilots in those speeders and see if they're wearing anything blue.
No, you can clearly see like their armor is very unpainted. Like and what I was referring to by blue is you do not want to give this to Death Watch, and
That's
people are
exactly what I
very-
meant.
Yeah, these people are very clearly not with Death Watch. Death Watch is very proud of who they are, so they typically wear their colors very prominently on their armor.
I meant the pilots in the little speeders.
Oh, no, you're actually, good question. I'm going to have you roll perception because there is something here that you can see.
Perception, I'm very good at perception.
Cool. It's going to be 3 difficulty because those ships are moving quick.
Okay. Three purples?
Yep.
Would it just be K1 or would it be all of us?
Just K1.
Okay.
Because it is basically his turn.
Yeah.
He's just looking around.
3 successes, 1 threat.
Nice. Okay, cool. So so the only thing that the threat really does is it kind of makes the Mandos suspicious that you're like looking around doing like at stuff. So what you do see on the ships is that they are piloted by the same unpainted Mandos. But what you do see is that I think your droid acuity can see these details moving this fast because your tracking is that good.
Yeah. I
But-
basically got phantom flex cameras from my eyes, like
Right.
4K at 1000 FPS.
Yeah. So what you do see is that they have a comm line open with a third party.
Hmm.
That's all you can see.
I will go somehow on private comms and go. We have somebody else present.
And I think at this point, a third speeder finds its way into view. Third land like speeder bike. This one is very different from the other two speeder bikes. Actually, I'm gonna get a picture of it. I'm not gonna show you the picture.
Where are you getting the picture
Well, I mean, I want to know what it looks like. Okay. So this is less of a speeder bike than it is like a chair. It not really it's definitely made for piloting like a bike, but it's more like think like a donut, right? And if you like took a small piece out of the donut and it becomes like a U shape, you know?
then?
And say you would sit in the crevice of the donut, you know?
Very tall saddle.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the whole that's the whole bike.
Okay.
Is you sit in that, it's got handles and it's got foot pedals to put your feet on it.
Are we talking about the tiny mini trike from Attack of the Clones that what's his name was
Yes.
piloting? Yeah.
Yes, very
That
similar.
Dooku-
Very
that Dooku
similar.
was piloting. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very, very
Darth Maul.
No, Dooku.
Maul
Oh,
I think, was
okay.
also piloting it though. I think at one point.
When K1 says that, I would.
That was the
stop.
one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Is the one that Dooku is driving around. So as they approach, clearly not Count Dooku. So I want to make that clear. Also, Count Dooku is long dead. So
Yes.
so there's that.
That's what he would want.
Who is
A swoop, yeah. So there is swoops. There's a couple different types of swoops in Star Wars. There's the droid one, which looks like a big pogo stick, and then there's this one, which is like the donut.
Yeah. Darth Maul had it as well. I'll show you the picture.
Fancy.
It looks like a half donut.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the exact picture right now. There he is. All right. Well, yeah. So similar type of craft there. What you do see is they come off the ship. They look, they're like a normal sized humanoid. So like between 5'6" and 6 foot. So like a normal person sized creature of some kind. They're wearing a dark cloak, and you can't really tell in this lighting very much because there's like the sunlight is obscured by both the storm and the mountains. But it's like a darkish brownish color. But you can it's more like it's less like a cloak and more like a poncho with a hood. And it's just to kind of keep them like warm, basically. They are wearing kind of like a leathery armor underneath, as you can see the ponchos being blown around. And
their skin color is red and black with horns.
No, no, actually, you can't tell what color skin they have as they're wearing a helmet.
Okay.
And the helmet. So I'm gonna make a deep pull here. Just for and I'm not making any implications with this, but I just like this helmet because it reminds me of the Breen. It's the helmet that Leia wears in Return of the Jedi when she's posing as a bounty hunter. This is clearly also not Leia, as she's 16 years old on Alderaan right now. I want to make that very clear.
So what you're trying to say is it's the
brand. Someone's wearing that model.
Yeah.
I was going to make a reference that her adoptive father.
Senator
Bail?
thing.
Bail Organa. It's what you're trying to say is that it's Bail Organa. Because
no,
it's totally who it is.
I just want to just ensure I understand. So as I was walking up to them, before I got to them, K1 identified.
Yeah.
Right. K1 identified all of this. Said there's somebody else here, basically, right? And then
this speeder pulls up.
Okay, and then these people get out of the speeder, or it just pulls up.
It's just one person.
They pull up and they're like getting off the speeder.
Okay, but so do they seem to be the same organization, or do they seem to be different than the two?
They do look very different. Because obviously this is not a Mandalorian. They're not wearing Beskar at all. They're not really wearing that much protection, really. They look like they have think like Garu. Like Garu's wearing like stuff for combat ish. Like a leathery type jacket, like very military type fatigues, basically. They have like something like that underneath the poncho, so that they seem protected, and you can see there's a blaster at their side. It's holstered and latched, so they don't. It's clear they don't sense danger when they're approaching. They're not being combative. And as they approach,
sorry, go ahead.
and I was actually going to say that the Mandos, as they approach, turn to him and don't react.
Okay, so that's just like nonchalant.
This is expected.
Completely.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stop where I'm at and just go, friend of yours?
Yes.
We weren't told anyone else was gonna be joining us.
I know. Plans changed, unfortunately.
I hope you don't mind and can understand. We would like at least some kind of confirmation from Fulcrum that the plan is still on the level.
And they kind of look at each other, and then they look back.
We can try to make contact, but Fulcrum is only, how would you say, available sometimes?
I'm gonna get to my comms and just go, what do you think, boys?
I'm recording all of this, by the way.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a droid. I assume I have some sort of capability.
Do I see any of this out of the cockpit?
Yes, you see everything.
As you can hear,
remember that the ramp is actually at the front of the ship.
Yeah.
So, you're looking directly at everything that's happening.
Yeah.
I go over comms and say, to be fair, we've already been paid.
Yeah. At that, I actually do like a visible, like, meh.
And all Fulcrum said was, if they don't wear blue armor, they're not Death
true.
Watch. Did you ask them if they're Death Watch?
Well, they don't have blue armor.
Ask them.
No.
Are you or anyone here Death Watch?
I mean, would it make you feel better if I said no?
It would make people feel better.
Okay, no.
All right.
I can't prove that to you, obviously, but I'll say the words, no, we are not Death Watch.
If you ask if you're a Death Watch, they legally have to tell you.
They legally have to
They have to tell you.
Yeah.
Star
Wars canon.
Can I do a lore check to see? Because like Death Watch isn't like the kind of people who are like hiding behind things, right?
Right.
Yeah. So can I do like a lore? Would I do like a lore check to make like confirm that like if we asked them, "Are you Death Watch?" they wouldn't say, "Yeah, we're not Death Watch." They'd probably just be like, "Yeah, we are Death Watch. Deal with it," kind of thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that lore check.
Okay.
Two purples on that one. That is Outer Rim.
Outer Rim.
Yep.
Roller for some reason.
Oh.
No.
Control Shift T. Opens recently closed tab.
It's the best hotkey of all time.
Yeah, it wasn't recently though. I
Just
started
keep pressing.
I clicked things to find the dude images, and then it just like okay. It's okay.
Clack is dying.
Black is dying.
It's the plague.
Black Rat Ghoul's finally caught him. So it says it's two. You said it's 2 purple.
Yeah.
Purple. Me. Kills, and then outer rim. 2 greens and 1 yellow for the outer rim.
The Mando's dying as well on the radio.
Has a problem.
It's a Grievous. He survived somehow. Yeah. 2 successes, by the way.
Whoosh.
Nice.
What was
Two
that?
successes.
Sorry.
2 successes.
Nice. Okay. So yes. So you know you can basically confirm that this is not Death Watch. Death Watch is very proud of who they are. So when confronted with the fact that they might be Death Watch, it would be really hard for them to lie because they're very like it's like asking a surgically altered Klingon if they're Klingon, and it would be really hard for them to say that they're not Klingon. You know?
Okay.
So it's not one of those situations. Before you stand 2 Mandos, one tells the truth, the other only lies. You have one question.
So Clark, what are you doing right now?
All
Like,
right.
there's people here. There's shady deals happening.
So speaking of shitty deals, what's the spread of people here? There's 3 actual individuals, and all of them are together right now.
So the 2 Mandos are standing like basically right in front of you, maybe like a couple meters in front of you.
Right.
The third person is still like basically getting off their speeder and walking towards you.
I'm gonna scamper over to that third person.
Just
walk it up. Yeah.
No,
What,
scamper specifically. So it's kind of it's all it's kind of like a guerrilla run. Yeah.
And he has no clothes on.
Yes.
I'm imagining he's wearing some sort of
back to
speedo while he's running towards them.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna approach. I'm gonna engage this person in kind of a dialogue from a kind of a distance away.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and okay. What do you say? What do you say to this person?
Hey man, look, we got some cops over here. So before we kind of get in that whole area, do you want to make something happen here? I can hook you up, and I pull out the glitter stem I have from the second episode of this campaign that I never used.
Aren't you naked? Where are you?
Where are you pulling out this from?
His speedo. All right.
The story just came out of directly out of the Tidy Whities. Yes.
Yes.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna hey man.
I want to be clear. They're like hypo sprays. They're not like
I know
needles.
I just envision them as kind of like vials.
Okay. What is your objective here? What are you trying
Just
to do?
to engage the
Chaos.
engage this person also. If I can just
it determines what role you make. So like
I am trying Clack is at least somewhat trying to give this individual the impression that this is their primary motivation and that they have no other. That they're just kind of that this is just a low life, which I mean is accurate, I guess.
So what is like obviously other than being an agent of chaos?
No. The actual objective here is to communicate with this person before they reach the other 2 people and kind of get them into a social situation that they can't kind of immediately brush off and walk past me and just go to these other 2 individuals.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you go ahead and do that, and they stop walking, and they just turn to you, kind of like they turn to face you, but it's almost like they can't be bothered, you know? And like they the body language you're reading is one of superiority. Like they very clearly view you as a lesser being.
The only accurate response at this point.
And the only thing they say, and it comes pretty garbled through their helmet mask thing, but all you hear is I don't do drugs. But they have stopped. They have engaged with you, Clack.
Yeah.
What else do you say to them?
Okay, so I'm just going to try to engage this person and say, "What's your name, man?" Can I immediately identify like the gender of this person, or okay?
The gender is droid.
Well, no, they have one of the. Well, again,
right? They're covered in so much like layers of clothing, and they're like of a fairly average height, so no, you can't really tell. And they just kind of say to you like, hey, or sorry, what do you want?
Just gonna put my hands up and say, hey, nothing, and just kind of take a step back. But I'm gonna stand specifically where I started this conversation to kind of let them continue on.
I'm gonna lean over to Hotshot and just ask,
is there a particular reason why we're not just handing this item to them and leaving?
I was waiting for that scene with Clack to end, but basically after Garu responded to me, I was gonna walk up and give it to him without delay.
Okay.
I didn't
to the Mandos or to this?
To the Mandos. I don't know
Okay.
how the scene would overlap, but basically when Garu and I had that discourse over comms,
Okay.
and he said we already got paid, I basically would have been like, yeah, and walked right up to them.
The third figure actually starts to approach and extends their hand and says, I'll actually be the one to take that.
It's like, is that correct? Kind of like looking for a confirmation.
So the nature of the deal has changed. Unfortunately, we've realized that Kijimi is a little bit too compromised, and we need to hide the Darksaber for a little bit longer this time.
You paid for it. It's your cargo. If you want him to have it, and I'm just gonna like extend it.
Before the third person takes it, they kind of like they reach for it and then they stop, and then they kind of they kind of turn to you, so they're clearly like looking at you, Hotshot, like eye to eye.
And I'm looking at it right back. Like I'm not like
okay, and
wavering.
they say, "You are nothing in this. I just want you to know."
You just hear a very distant "whoa."
You mean nothing to the grand scheme of this galaxy.
This is uncool, my dude.
I want you to know that I'm going to take this from you, and then you will be forgotten.
Bro, chill.
I'm looking at him this whole time, not even like blinking. Like it's just like going by me without phasing me. I'm just gonna be like, listen here, you ray of sunshine. You're lucky someone already paid me. Now take this thing and get the fuck out of my face.
That I can do. And he takes it from you and returns to his speeder and flies away. And where I will leave this is as he flies away, and I'm going to say that you all see that he flies towards the closest city. So he's kind of flying alongside that large pipe.
I'm zooming in and following the trajectory
Yep.
while
Okay.
recording.
So you can very easily see like where he's going right now. At least the very like if he was flying from if you guys were somewhere between or somewhere in upstate New York, but you could see Manhattan in the distance, you could see that he was flying towards Manhattan, is basically what I'm saying.
What you're saying is he's going to Space Manhattan, which is apparently
Yes.
on Kijimi.
But it's not that big, though. It's like...
Everyone knows.
It's New York. It's Space New York from Las Vegas, is what you're trying to say.
Manhattan, yeah.
Sure, yes.
The
And
New York Hotel.
as he gets out of sight, the woman Mando, who you correctly guessed was coughing earlier, takes off her helmet like in a hurry all of a sudden, and she bends over just coughing and like she like spits on the ground, and she looks up like, and there's just fear in her eyes. And at the same, and like right as we kind of cut for the day here, the other Mandalorian, the male Mandalorian who's also there,
The man DeLorean.
Yeah.
Instead of the woman DeLorean, yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
and then he draws his blaster and points it at her head.
Were they on Tatooine?
And at the same time, you see just like the veins of her neck and face start to swell, and her skin turns white. And she looks up at the other Mandalorian, and you just she coughs a few more times, and she says, "Just do it," and he pulls the trigger. At the same time, as her body limps to the ground, and it's weird because I don't think you've ever seen anything like this before. But so this is a Mandalorian. He's wearing full Beskar armor, and all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna use something I have here. So I'm gonna paint a very gross picture for you all. I'm very sorry.
Halloween.
So he turns to all
You
of you.
already got cockpit chili, man. Just go for it.
He turns to all of you, and you look him in his slat, right? And the armor, he just starts to yell. He just starts to like scream at the top of his lungs. And in like an instant, the helmet on his head and he falls to the ground.
The helmet just crumbles.
Yeah.
And this chick is still, and the female is still doing her thing.
Oh no, she's dead. She's got a big old bullet in her face.
Oh, she did. Oh, she did get shot.
Yeah.
Was
And that's where we're going to end today's show.
her transforming into Ragdoll, or
No,
Yes.
I don't think. Wait, was it?
Yes.
Oh no.
was she the one from Tatooine?
We did the two Mandalorians.
We don't know.
The other one definitely did not die to Ragdoll, though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You're leaving us with a Boys season 1 episode 1 cliffhanger? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or season 2 episode 1? Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching this week.
Okay.
I told you I had some stuff for the end of this season, and here we are.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Force Crush. What else?
Yeah. Remember how I said at the beginning of the episode that every time we talk about the Force, I'm like, our players are not Force users. We probably will not interact with anyone who has the Force. And I definitely emphasize the word probably.
You look back and you see Clack just hand out.
Hand out 2 things of glitter stim
Yes.
next to me.
Yes.